Did you know that New York City, Madrid, and Beijing are all on the same latitude? These cities are completely different from each other, but they all lie on the 40th parallel north. In today's video, we will explore various instances where multiple cities share the same latitude, even when they seem far apart geographically. In geography, we divide the globe into imaginary lines called latitude for horizontal lines and longitude for vertical ones. Cities with the same latitude often have similar climates since they are at the same distance from the equator. However, due to various factors, this can sometimes lead to surprising expectations. Take New York and Madrid, for example. You might expect New York City to be much farther north because it's a lot colder than boiling Madrid. But surprisingly, they lie exactly at the same latitude. Let's take a look at some other examples. First of all, let's examine the latitude of Paris and Vienna. You might expect the French capital, situated in the north of the country, to be much farther north than the Austrian capital. However, Paris lies at 48. 8° N, and Vienna at just 48. 2° N, which means that Paris is about 67 kilometers further north than Vienna. Did that surprise you? It certainly surprised me. Next, let's look at Tokyo and the Greek island of Crete. The stunning island, located in the middle of the Mediterranean, has a warm climate, making it the ultimate holiday destination for many Europeans. Tokyo, on the other hand, has comparable summer temperatures but much colder winters. The Japanese capital lies at 35, 6° N, where you'd expect it to be much farther north. Now let's consider an example from the southern hemisphere. Adelaide in Australia lies all the way in the south of this massive country and sits at 34, 9° S. If we compare this to Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay and the southernmost capital of South America, you might assume Adelaide is farther south. But both cities are exactly at 34, 9° S. What if I asked you right now which city is farther north? The Vietnamese capital of Hanoi or Honolulu, Hawaii? You might be surprised to learn that there's just a small difference of 0.28 degrees between these two places. Hanoi lies at 21, 0.2° N, and Honolulu at 21, 3° N, meaning they are only 31 kilometers apart. Although these graphs may look pretty similar, Hanoi is a much more tropical place and has about 5 times as much rainfall. Another big surprise is the next one. The Spanish island of Ibiza, famous for its parties, and the North Korean capital of Pyongyang. They are at 38, 9° N and 39° N respectively. When I think of North Korea, cold and dark images come to mind, while Ibiza is nothing but summer parties and beach holidays. If we look at these climate graphs, you can see that Pyongyang has twice as much precipitation and winters where temperatures stay below 0 degrees Celsius. But summer temperatures are very much alike. For this next comparison, we look at the northernmost capital of North America, Ottawa, Canada, and the beautiful Venice in northern Italy. This may come as an absolute shock, but these two cities are at 45, 4° N and 45, 3° N respectively. Although they seem nothing alike, their climates are pretty similar. The only real difference is that the Canadian capital has much colder winters. The Chilean capital of Santiago lies at 33, 4° S, and is pretty central in this long-stretched country. If we move over the Atlantic Ocean, we find Cape Town at a similar latitude of 33, 9° S to be exact. It's absolutely stunning that the southernmost point of Africa shares the same latitude as Santiago, since both Chile and Argentina stretch south for more than 2,000 kilometers. In my mind, New Delhi, the capital of India, is quite far south, but it lies at 28, 6° N. The sunny Canary Islands, located off the coast of West Africa but belonging to Spain, are at the same latitude of 28, 5° N. Comparing their climates, it's clear that these two cities are very different. New Delhi has much more extreme weather with colder winters, warmer summers, and much more rainfall throughout the year. For the final comparison, let's look at Nairobi and Singapore. These two cities are both at exactly 1.28 degrees, but Nairobi lies south of the equator, and Singapore is just in the northern hemisphere. Comparing their climates, Singapore is much more tropical and has almost 3 times as much rainfall. If you enjoyed learning about these surprising latitude facts, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Enigma Chronicles for more fascinating geography insights. And if you want to learn more about cities close to the equator, click on the video right here.